So welcome to another this should be a tweet, but I made a video out of my book review. So this is actually the second book for 2023 that I finished. It was not Hanwar Yap's Archipelago. So the book's title is Bouncing Back, Life and Learning. Bouncing Back, Life and Learning in a Time of Crisis. A student resilience study of the Ateneo de Manila School of Science and Engineering, and it's written by or curated by QUEENA and LEE-CHUA, published by Ateneo de Manila Press. Ateneo de Manila Press is actually doing good, in publishing nice books. I think I have a lot of books from them that I haven't read yet. So anyway, how did I meet this book? I came across this book during the PTA meeting, the first PTA meeting I attended since pandemic. After 2 years, nibalik ang face-to-face. So mental health was not really mental health, but coping with and going to face-to-face, like the mental health coping was an issue. So QUEENA in LEE-CHUA, I don't know if she's a psychologist or I don't know sa yung giteach, but I know she's a professor or something sa Ateneo de Manila. So she was doing an online talk about her book Bouncing Back during the PTA meeting, and some of the stories that she mentioned from the book kind of like resonated with because at that time I was having issues. I think one of my kids have issues with the new, I mean, coming from 2 years na nara sa balay and then going back to the social world. I noticed, I think medyo na siya a bit of struggle. So that's why I got curious, because parang one of the stories here resonated with unsay ako nakitaan sa akong anak. So I bought this book, and I thought na the book will also discuss about the therapy or the intervention the students or the faculty went through also. So anyway, fun fact of this book is that one of the contributors. So this is a collection of narratives, testimonies or stories of teachers, students, basically of Ateneo de Manila School of Science and Engineering. So narratives of the students and teachers on how they cope during pandemic, with the new setup, the online setup, being away from friends, and some of them have to deal with getting sick and dying, and so it's kind of a bit of like, how do you call this, sad. Not just sad, it's kind of a collection of sad stories, but sad stories with silver lining in every end of it. So anyway, I'll go straight sa pinakamaritas nga part, akong priorities. So one of the contributors, as I said, is katong member gali sa Ateneo debating team who won an international debating contest. So I'll read an excerpt because nabuwagan day siya. So nabuwagan day siya uyab, and funny kayo on I will not go ahead of the story, so I'll just read this short excerpt. So hand in hand with cementing habits is prioritizing things that matter. So diba, prioritizing things that matter. David Dimitri, Africa 3BS AMDSI, recalls a particularly stressful week. So stressful, stress you guys. When I was trying to understand math proofs I was preparing for a debate tournament. So, someone. I was submitting an internship application and my girlfriend broke up with me. David usually deals with issues as early as possible, but when things are out of his control, I cut out those that are not as important, such as reading for pleasure or playing the piano. I don't like sacrificing this, but I rationalize that I want to do well in math. I like doing well in debate. I am willing to sacrifice my personal life if it means getting what I want. For instance, I prefer getting a higher grade than having more time to read because I can read afterwards. So that weekend, I just buckled down and did not do anything but work. Sana all. Well, so it's just funny, like, diba, like, ako, like, if I'm stressed, definitely the first thing I will cut out or remove is work, or I would indulge myself with pleasurable things instead of, how do you call this, being productive. So this is how you actually excel, no? You sacrifice your personal life. And I wonder if dili na ta mamortasan. So anyway, so that's it for my second book of this year. Bouncing Back, Life and Learning in a Time of Crisis by QUEENA and LEE-CHUA. Bye.